All right, everybody, it's Catch AIDS, the heavy metal picker here. Now, one of Justin Horval of Hell's Headbangers, one of his favorite catchphrases is, "I've forgotten more metal than you know." Now, the funny thing is, about 10, 11, 12 years ago, I started having the same thought. I thought, you know what, there's so many bands that I like, and how am I going to be able to remember them all? And at the time, I was still drinking a lot, and there's only so much room in the old hard drive up here. So I figured I would just compile a list of all the bands that I liked but could potentially forget. So a band that I really, really liked, like, for example, Kill Division or Narcotic Wasteland, I wouldn't have to put that on this list. But a band that I liked but could possibly slip through the cracks of my memory, I just would log it all in on the Evernote app, which is the note-taking app that I use. So I'm just going to run through every single band on this list for you, and you can tell me your opinion of them. Jusquarial, Jusquarial. I don't know. I don't have any memory of this band whatsoever. Next, we've got Euphoric Defilement. Definitely remember them. They're from San Diego, and they sound like Disgorge from San Diego. Only the difference is Euphoric Defilement has good production. I definitely recommend that. Now, Disfiguring the Goddess. Yeah, I remember that. Big Chocolate and all that. Yeah, I like it. But is it something that I'm going to listen to every day or even every year? No. Bonesaw. Totally forgot about that. I think they're from Sweden or something. Next, South Wicked. Yeah, that's Alan West's last band or most recent band. He's still alive as far as I know. And yeah, this band was, kind of cool, but forgettable at the same time. Next, Criminal Element. Oh, yes, Vince Matthews. That reminds me, I had a conversation with him on the phone. Like, this was before he was in Dying Fetus, and I was calling him like, yeah, I love your band Mucous Membrane, and he was in Autumn Dawn and a bunch of other bands, and yeah, I remember talking with him on the phone. But yeah, Criminal Element is another one of those bands. I like them, but still could potentially forget them. Next, Verminous. Totally forgot about that. Don't know anything about them. Tribulation. Yeah, they're starting to get kind of popular, but yeah, they're another band that could potentially slip through the cracks of my memory. Entrails. If I'm not mistaken, that's an Entombed clone. Next, Abhorrent Castigation. Don't recall anything about that band. Next, Dia de los Muertos. That's a Spanish death metal band. They got a female singer that's got this impaled Nazarene type voice. Really sick stuff. They have this video in which David Vincent plays a bartender. It's pretty cool. I like that album. Next, Disentombed. Yeah, I saw that band in Austin. Yeah, they're like the Australian version of Disgorge. Pretty good. Next is ID. They're a band from Texas. ID, they're just spelled ID. They have an album called Filosofia. So I'm open up for Deicide. They were good, but it's another one of those bands not good enough for me to remember all these years later. Extremely Rotten. Yeah, another cool band. I saw them... I don't know if it was the same show that I saw Disentombed at, but it was at Red Eye Fly, which was a venue in Austin, Texas on Red River. And in between a venue called Beerland and then this place, Red Eye Fly, there's an alley where there's like people go and use drugs there, and they take shits in the alley too. So be careful where you step if you're going there to use drugs. Next, How to Destroy Angels. I don't know how this got on the list. How to Destroy Angels is the project that Trent Reznor had with his wife. Now, I haven't given two shits about anything Trent Reznor has done in many years. However, this particular project with his wife that he did like 10, 12 years ago, it was very good. Next, we've got Dripping. Don't remember much about it, but I think they were cool. Disma. Don't remember much about this band other than I know frontman Craig Pillard, who used to be in Incantation, got canceled for I have no idea. But, some kind of allegations. But anybody who's big enough is going to get allegations. Next is Afflicted. Totally forgot anything about that band. Diminished. Saw this band when I was in Baltimore, not Maryland Death Fest, but I was in Maryland on business and just doing all kinds of dumb shit, drinking every day for like a month. And I think Diminished is from Frederick, Maryland. Yeah, pretty good stuff. And then next is Humut Tabal. I used to be close friends with Alex Davis, who's now in Oceans of Slumber for about a year. We'd just do all kinds of partying, drinking, doing coke together. And Humut Tabal, he was on tour at the time, so I saw him in Baltimore with Humut Tabal while they were playing with Diminished. Humut Tabal was kind of like a black metal band, like again, based out of Austin, Texas. Pretty good stuff, but not what I would typically listen to. Chironex and Torsectomy are other bands associated with guitarist, bassist Alex Davis, who's currently of Oceans of Slumber. You know what? I should probably hit that guy up. I'd like to see what he's doing nowadays. Vitality, don't remember anything about that band. Zellenarder, okay, this is a pretty good band. This is kind of like a combination of black metal with like, they got this call and response type slave chants, stuff like that. It's pretty good. Malicious Onslaught, can't remember anything about that. Next is Radik Tyulush. Radik is the first name. Tyulush. Don't remember anything about that. Next, Monstrance. I remember that's Carlo Regatas, who was on Carcass Swan Song. He had an album with that band. Next is Gruesome. Okay. At the time, Gruesome wasn't very well known. Now, at the time, I've written some of this stuff down. Like, they've later gone on to become successful bands, some of the bands on this list. Next, Untergang. Don't remember anything about that, but I've heard that name come up several times. Witch Mountain and Dress the Dead have some singer named Kayla. It's kind of like doomy stuff with a female singer. It's okay. Next, Marillion. Oh, that's a classic rock band, but I couldn't tell you anything about them. Infernal Torment. I don't remember anything about that band. Carnage. I never liked Carnage's albums, but I do recall their demos as being very good. The demos sound like, leaf blowers and chainsaws and the monster in a 5-year-old kid's closet. Really, really good stuff, actually, the demos were. Petrification. Oh, funny thing about that band is there's a guy from that band who calls himself the Heavy Metal Picker. Now, I'd actually seen this band play in Columbus, and I remember at the time talking to Devin Swank, who was then just in Limb Splitter. Sanguisugabog had not yet formed. And I think I may have been talking about my idea for Heavy Metal Picker back then. I first had the idea for the name Heavy Metal Picker, like this was in 2012. So if you see the Heavy Metal Picker logo on my front screen, Miguel Medina, who does the Chicago Domination Fest, he did that, like, I'm thinking 2012. So I'm not sure if this is a coincidence or what, but I did see Petrification in Columbus, Ohio. Faith Extractor, another band that I'd seen playing in Columbus at the Shrunken Head with Limb Splitter. Next, Ouroboros. Don't remember anything about that. Blasphemer UK. That means there's a band called Blasphemer from UK. Don't remember much about that. Mutilation Rites. Don't remember anything about that. Purulence. Don't remember anything about that. Post-Mortal Possession. Saw this band in Columbus at a venue called Ruby Tuesdays. They were very good. Next, Gory Melanoma. I had the Suffer Thy Genitalia demo. Imagine Carcass in between Symphonies of Sickness and, Reek of Putrefaction. So imagine very old Carcass. And I had that on a demo, which I'm sure was worth a lot of money, but the post office stole it because I sent it media mail when I should have just used UPS. That's how much of an idiot I am. Next, we got Descend. Don't remember that. Decrepit I think that's an Ohio band. Next is Xasthur, Xasthur. Xasthur is somewhat popular. I don't like too much black metal. I do like Xasthur though. Pretty good stuff. And I think Xasthur had extra popularity due to the Vice magazine documentary about one-man black metal. Really good stuff. Next is the Moist Boys. I remember a guy telling me about this. Moist Boys is the guys from Ween doing a death metal band, I think. I never actually bothered to check this up, but I remember putting this on my list maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I was at a bar, but I wasn't drinking that night. It was like some event called Zombie Ritual, where once a month they have this death metal DJ, and he would come in with all these old-fashioned records and play a song from each band. So I met somebody there telling me about the Moist Boys. Whatever. Next, Spectral Voice. Don't remember anything about that. Infestor. Yeah, good band. Really old, dirty sound on their album. Still remember that. I put Purulence on the list again. Whatever. Ingested. Okay, Ingested, at the time I put this on the list, they were not very famous. I do like the vocals and all that, and that Level Above Human album, really good stuff. Sodomize, don't remember that. Bedsore, don't remember that. Revolting, don't remember that. Cunt Torch, don't remember anything about that. Cheerleader Concubine, if I'm not mistaken, that's I remember the album cover. It's like Drum Machine, Gore Grind or whatever. Next is Hate. Hate's from Poland, and Hate definitely reminds me of both Behemoth and Vader. Imagine if Peter from Vader decided to sing a bunch of Behemoth songs. That's what this sounds like. Next, Wombbath. Don't remember anything about that. Next, Achilles, or Achilles, Akhlys. I had no idea who the hell this band was until they got canceled for Maryland Death Fest 2022. All the peace and love people said they'd blow up the show if Achilles played. And I'm checking the lyrics. I'm like, where's the Nazi lyrics? And I guess one of the members wore a patch or had some kind of symbol that was offensive or something to the woke police. And that just got them all riled up. Next, Cabinet. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. Next, 200 Stab Wounds. The reason this band is on the list is because they were relatively unknown at the time, and I kept seeing the name 200 Stab Wounds just everywhere. They're on show flyers and all that. I'm like, okay, if they're this well known, I'm going to check them out. Now, 200 Stab Wounds is one of those bands that I'm not going to get excited and, all right, new 200 Stab Wounds come out today. But if they open up for Dying Fetus, yeah, I'm going to show up early enough to catch their set. Next, Scorched. Scorched was a band, or is a band, from Delaware, New Jersey, or whatever. And good stuff. And what I remember them, they got Justin DePinto, who played drums on Malevolent Creation's Will to Kill. I also saw Justin DePinto live. He was playing drums for Mortal Decay. This would have been 2008. So anyhow, yeah, Scorched is a good band. Next, Disavowed. Don't remember that at all. Next is Anthropomorphia. Don't remember anything about that. Vomit Forth and Year of the Knife. Two bands that I saw open up for Sanguisugabog a couple years ago. They're good, but not good enough for me to listen to every day or every year. Next, Kush Frost. Oh, they had that song, Fuck Around, Find Out. They had a really funny video, and it's a really catchy song. Now, the rest of their songs I don't think are quite as catchy, quite as cool. They're kind of like black metal. All right, next, Detente. I think that's how you pronounce the name. Detente. And they were like a thrash band with like a female singer who had this screechy type voice. I really like the song Vultures in the Sky, but yeah, they were like an 80s thrash band. Next is Skinned Corpse. I think they're from Russia or Estonia. And imagine Napalm Death on Harmony Corruption if they used a drum machine and had harmonizer vocals. You'll have Skinned Corpse. Definitely good stuff. Next, Formation Ritual. Formation Ritual, I just got into them like a couple months ago. They're like a stoner metal band. They're generally kind of slowish, and they have clean vocals that kind of remind me of, who would they remind me of? Maybe Carl Agel from Corrosion of Conformity, but like clean vocals with a little bit of power. Definitely not wussy. Really good stuff. Next, Visceral Disgorge. Yeah, they're an older band. I don't know if they're still active, but their first album was good. It was like 4 parts Broken Hope, 1 part Disgorge, maybe another part Devourment. Good stuff. Next, Tomb Mold. Now, I understand Tomb Mold's getting a little bit popular now. At the time I wrote this down, I don't think they were that popular. I couldn't name you one Tomb Mold song or album, to be honest. I couldn't tell you what they sound like. I guess I'll have to listen to them and find out the reason I put them on this list. Next, Tyrannical Deception. That's, I think they're from North Texas, maybe Oklahoma. Anyhow, I guess that's worth checking out. I remember like watching a video of them playing in a living room where like everybody's sitting down, like including the singer. Everybody's sitting down and they got their girlfriends or whatever with them, and they're just rehearsing a song while sitting down on all these couches. It's actually pretty good. I remember the drummer, he had this what you call stuttering type double bass technique, like really catchy stuff. And yeah, I really like that band, so I'd really recommend checking them out. All right, now tell me what you think about the bands on this list, and better yet, make up your own list. See you next time.